Aries, did you miss this train? Yes, you absolutely did. You had a shot. There was this chance. There was an ability to turn down a road that you hadn't gone before. And this sense of steadfastness, almost fixed energy of wanting to stay with what was familiar with you took over. And you put that as a precedence. Now, you have to live with that. And it's, once again, I don't think things are crumbling. They're not bad, but there is a sense of frustration, a sense of, boy, I wish I could have done something differently. Boy, I wish I could have just taken that chance and gone off and done what I really wanted to do. But you weren't ready. And I know that that's frustrating for you, and there is this sense of, well, judge myself for being an idiot, judge myself for being stupid, have all of these feelings floating around in my head of just being disappointed in the fact that I didn't have the strength or the courage or the fortitude to actually go out there and make my life different and do something different with my life. But you know what, Aries? There are other things at play, and I think you did yield to your responsible side. You have for a while, and maybe your life isn't as glamorous or as exciting and fun as you imagined it to be, but in our imagination we don't have real things to deal with, do we? And there is that sense of you wanting to really deal with the real things in front of you and deal with them correctly and deal with them responsibly, or feeling a huge sense of responsibility for dealing with those things or running those things in your life. And there is that sense of, this is the real rub. This is the real contrast, Aries. You have to accept that that's a part of you too. You have to accept that a part of your pride is, a part of what you take pride in, I should say, is keeping things together and making things right and being in charge and conducting the lead, but also making sure that, you know, progress is maintained. That's important to you. Hold on. Hi, Lovey. Hi, little one. My dog wants me to play with her. She is not a beggar, guys. She does not beg. Kisses, does not beg. She insists. So this is your channeled message, and of course there is a full oracle card reading, Aries, and then I'll get into the channeled spirit guide and angel messages. This is a weekly oracle and tarot card reading for Aries of any sort. So you could be dealing with an Aries, you could be sun, moon, rising, or wherever Aries energy influences your chart. This reading is for you. And then there's always the extended. That link is below. It's a full tarot card spread that extends and articulates this message. So I just, you know, there is a sense in me of like, be kinder to yourself. Have more patience with yourself. What do you want your life to look like? And if your life doesn't look like that, what do you need to do to get there? But what do you need to do to get there? If you got there by just throwing caution to the wind and saying, fuck it all, would it be the same when you got there? Or would you be bitter against it or fearful of it? Or it wouldn't be what you expected it to be, because the process that you get to places through is just as important to you. You know, you're ruled by Mars, and Mars is the great captain, the great general. He almost prospers in war because of the chaos and because of the violence and because of what seems to be like this mad craziness. But he's not crazy. He feels like everything is completely, like, that kind of chaos makes sense to him because he brings order to it. You know, he conducts, he leads. Aries, you like to be in the position where you are making the decisions. And if you don't feel like you are at least have a seat at the table in the decision-making process, you are not going to feel good about the circumstance. So just devil may care, throwing caution to the wind and going along with something is not your pathway. I do want you to stop and think, What do I really want my life to look like? Because for a long time now, you may be right in that you have settled for a life that doesn't look like the one that you want to be living, because it was at the end of a path that you feel comfortable traveling. So now we have to like take both those sides of you and put them together to give you the life that you really deserve. We have to take that process part of you that you have to follow a certain path or be able to be involved in paving that path to feel good about where you get to, but you also have to direct it in the direction of the life you actually want instead of paving the path that is easiest to get to. So there is a sense of honoring both sides of yourself and not sort of being condescending to either side, but just being very realistic now. I believe that Mars is still in Aries. I don't think that it's in retrograde. So there is a sense of being very, very realistic and practical with what outcome do you want? Do you want to win the battle or do you want to win the war? Okay, if you want to win the war, then you've got to win a series of battles. And so those battles have to be a path, they have to be a strategy too. And so if that's your end goal, like really get to know your end goal. And I actually say this a lot. I say this a lot, and you need to hear this now. Don't make plans. Set a goal and put your focus and passion toward that goal. And always, every day, wake up contributing to that goal. And step by step, then, you will move the way that you need to move toward that goal. You will not, and so when you get to that goal, you will know it the way that you need to know something to feel good about being there. I understand that right now your life isn't all that you want it to be, and whatever new step that you took, because you have, there is prosperity, there is abundance, there is having all those, everything that you need. There is even maybe financial stability and stabilization coming into your life that wasn't there before. There's wonderful things happening, in other words. Okay, so it's not bad what you have, but it's not what you want. And it's okay to say that. Like, it's okay to say that and not feel ungrateful about it, right? And now you just have to be realistic about it and say, okay, I don't want to make a strategy, I don't want to make a plan, but I want to acknowledge this first step in myself, and that is, this life that I'm living right now is not the life of my choice. It's not the life that I really, really want to have. So to get the life that I really, really want to have, I need to believe that it can exist. I need to believe that it does have its own. I need to believe that there is a practical way to achieve it, that it isn't just a dream or a fantasy, that somebody else out there is living my dream, which means somebody else out there found a way to make it work. So I can too. So the first step is believing, you know what, this is a reality. This is a truth. This not only could actually happen, but it does actually happen. And if it happens to somebody else, it can happen to me too. So first and foremost, I'm going to stop criticizing myself and being overcritical and bullying myself and feeling like, it doesn't make much sense. It makes sense if it makes sense to you. It makes sense if it makes you happy. It makes sense if it's in alignment with your heart. And when you think about living that life, you get happy and you feel fulfilled. Now we just have to find a way to get you to that point. But the first step is believing that it's real. And that's what, I don't know, all this energy is just coming through for you guys. I think it is real. I think it is out there for you. I think there's been a lot of doubt because it wasn't necessarily, you had determined somehow that it wasn't practical. And I don't think that that's the truth. I think everything is practical when you believe that it can happen, because it's only impossible until it isn't. It's a great line. I stole it from Star Trek, but it's a great line. It's only impossible until it isn't. And so there is somebody out there figuring out a way to make your dreams come true for them. And this time around, you're going to make your dreams come true for you. And I think that's really like the bandwagon that we have to get on, and the mentality that we have to get on right now. As I come to the end of this channeled message, I'm going to dive into the oracle cards, but I did want to I needed to get that out. Lion spirit, have confidence and courage, especially in the future. Remember though, and when I saw this card sitting in front of me, I was like, Remind Aries, this is a fixed energy. Leo is a fixed energy. Leo likes to maintain. There's a sense of maintaining the status quo, being the leader, making sure everybody is safe and everybody is protected. And perhaps in your life, in your past, this is the position that you were always put in, the team leader, the leader, and you like this position because you like paving the path. But it was a path to maintain a status quo. It was a path to maintain this fixed energy, when underneath, this is Sagittarius energy. This was what was underneath. It was sitting underneath. There was a need for chaos, a need for confusion, a need for the unknown, a sensuality in it, maybe even a forbidden sense in it. There is a sense of a need to play, a need to have fun, not being able to really, not wanting to know the next step. Sort of both of these things kind of like conflicting inside of you, and not feeling spiritually grounded. This feeling of feeling upside down because you felt always turned inside out, upside down. That's the sense. But you know what? This card comes up usually with the message that says, it's your decision. It's your life. I'm putting you in charge of it. You're a cardinal sign. You're the one that's paving the path. So this card comes up not when spirit isn't with you, but when spirit is saying, you tell me, what is it that you want? I'll help you design the life of your dreams. But you got to take the lead. You got to show me. You got to tell me. So this is a sense of taking a lead. Taking a lead. This could also be a sense of being disappointed in leadership, thinking that leadership really doesn't have what it takes or knows what the fuck it's doing. And when you feel that way, Aries, there is a sense of, really, the reality inside of you is, I want to take charge. I want to be the one in charge. I know I could do this job better. Acknowledge that about yourself. Acknowledge that that's what you think, but then be sure that you actually are deserving of, it's one thing to be confident. It's another thing to be competent. So there is a sense of being willing to work hard on your competency levels too. This could be that you're working for somebody, or have in the past worked for somebody that really disappointed you in leadership, really feeling let down and disappointed in the person that's supposed to know the way through, but they don't. They're just an immature, wily ass that isn't really paying attention and doesn't really have a plan or know what the fuck they're doing, feeling like you're dealing with people who are incompetent, and feeling like you have everything that you need inside of you to make it through. This is finally being able to breathe and come up for air. You could have gotten a new opportunity, a new chance, or a new start. This could have come in the form of a new job. This could have come in the form of a new relationship. This is a sense of finally being able to breathe and be yourself and be able to come out and come up for air. That's what this is, a relief of some sort, and then a realization that you do have everything that you need. If resources weren't coming in, there was a sense of, but you still have all the resources that you need. You're not hurting for anything. In fact, this is, to me, when I saw these two cards, I almost feel like there was a cup that was scooping up from under the water. So you're filling your cup. You're using what you have to fill your cup and finally getting a breather. So this could very well have been a new opportunity in a circumstance or a situation that you already had, like a step up in a company, a promotion. So it's not necessarily leaving the company or going to start your own company, but it is some sort of promotion, or there's just a sense of having enough. Finances stabilizing, coming through some sort of economic pressure or difficult times. This is Taurus energy. So this is a sense of plowing through the hard times and really being proud of yourself for being able to get through these hard times. And I think it was necessary. I will say this, there's a sense of, if you had come on hard times recently, I know you guys did, you had a hell of a year last year especially, there is a sense, Aries, that you needed to be put through that in order to realize that you could go through those rough times and still be able to come out, and still be able to survive it. There is a sense of, once you have survived what you've survived, you can really survive anything and do anything. So even if you're not ready to take a new path now, you have the courage and you have you have the experience to know that you can when you're ready. Because right now there's a sense of just formulating. This is Piscean energy. Formulating your plan, putting things together, being very patient, practical, of course, but also allowing yourself to believe in the dream. Pisces is also, you should watch Pisces video too, because your energy was really prominent in that reading. Being able to actually learn from experience and know from experience and get over, like, in other words, you've gained experience, you've gained a lot of wisdom and empathy for other people, that's going to help you in the future, because of the experiences that you've had. This is also the energy of having to deal with your emotions, of having to deal with psychically those things that you know, and maybe this is just something that's coming out in you, something that you're just realizing about yourself, your psychic powers, your psychic energies, your psychic abilities, or just starting to trust your intuitions, right? Having gone through an experience that helps you trust your intuitions. 6-6. So this is usually the energy of a relationship, of coming together of two souls or two halves, two people that need to be together. This is something that is new. So I don't know, there could be something new, something happened to you emotionally that's allowing yourself to open up to new opportunities and chances. Let Spirit be your guide is here, but it's upside down, it's in reverse. So there is a sense of finding your own path and being led by intuition. And in some ways, it's almost like you know that the people that you thought had everything together are actually way more fucked up than you thought they were. Wow. Why did that take so long? It's like realizing that everybody that you wanted to emulate or thought was a good example for you is really just a bunch of bullshit, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing either. So having a lot more confidence in yourself, or realizing that you're no more worse off than anybody else. Because even though the warrior in you wants to be in constant battle with yourself, you're actually not, you're not behind, or you're no worse off. You're not worse. You don't need to fight as hard as you think you do. You know, realizing that other people do not have everything together. And this ideal path is really not so ideal. There's just this wonky feeling that I have, this sense of, and I don't know where it's coming from, because I don't like this card. And the reason I think I don't like it is because it seems like there is some negative energy attached to it. Like, I really think let's put it this way, I do think you've lost a lot of faith in leadership. And I'm just hoping that doesn't mean you've lost a lot of faith in spirituality, because that's definitely not what you need. You definitely need, like, that's, because this isn't spirit. This isn't spirit. Maybe on some level you know it, but there is a sense of losing faith, having lost faith, and feeling like everything is on you and that you're super hyper exposed. And maybe that's why you made a more conservative decision than you normally would have, because all of the connection to spirit has a plan. Let spirit be your guide, and co-create with spirit. It's all in reverse. It's all upside down. So there is that sense of not trusting spirit, of being really disappointed and being like, and not wanting to take the chance because you don't actually think that you're going to be protected. You have lost faith in leadership. You have lost faith in guidance. You have lost faith and you feel like you're out there all alone, all by yourself. And you have literally started to make decisions that are much more conservative than are going to make you happy because you don't believe somebody's got your back. This is like feeling like give with gratitude and grace. You're like, no, I don't want to give anymore. Fuck everybody else. I'm not putting myself out there anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. Nope. And you know, like it's almost like you're fighting your intuition here because you're like, well, your intuition is wrong. It sucks. Fuck that shit. Maybe I've trusted it way too much. I'm not doing it anymore. This is really interesting energy. Because what this all comes back around to, Aries, is you making the decision that the only person you can depend on is yourself. And that's not a good, that's sad. It's sad because it's isolating. And not true. Not true. What are you looking for in terms of leadership? What do you think leadership is? Because there's these beautiful, tender energies that you don't seem to acknowledge are guiding you and are nurturing you and are good examples for you. It's almost like there's only one way that you identify leadership. There's only one way that you identify it. I mean, maybe this is an example of feeling like you've been taken advantage of. But I'm telling you right now, you got something fucked up. You got something wrong. And I really need to understand what. I am going to pull a full tarot card spread. Let's get into the angel messages, Aries. See if that gives us any kind of insight. There we go. Lots of them coming out for you. Like a lot don't all come out. Okay. So these are your channeled spirit guide and angel messages that are really not my voice. They're actually a lot wiser than my voice. So let's get into them. They're going to be a part of every reading now. Sacred space. We, your guardian angels, surround you with emerald, gold, and rose pink light. I can already feel it. I can feel you like, fuck this. I don't really need to hear this. This is a bunch of bullshit. It's cynicism that's arisen. Like, I'm not protected by anybody. Forget about, I'm just tired of trusting in spirit when what I need is actual 3D help. Okay. We, your guardian angels, surround you with emerald, gold, and rose pink light. Surrender your concerns and worries and enter the sacred space of love and healing. So it's like, it's not that the spirit and angels aren't there. And it's not that they're not providing for you. It's that they're not providing what you want. What you've decided is what's going to make you feel safe. And so you're not appreciating it. Hold on. Oh. I apologize for that. I'm so sorry. But so just bear with me. Have enough faith to just bear with me. Healing angel. Healing angel. At this very moment, you are being bathed in gold, pink, and deep green light. Stop. Whoa. We, your guardian angels, surround you with emerald, gold, and rose pink light. At this very moment, you are being bathed in gold, pink, and deep green light. Green, pink, gold. Green, pink, and gold. Are these colors been surrounding you? Have you been visited by these colors? Have you been seeing them in your dreams or feeling compelled to wear them? Something is psychically connecting you to try to remind you and tell you that you are loved and you are protected and you are not alone. Accept this healing. We, your angels, surround you with wings of love. You are eternally free, eternally fresh, and eternally abundant. I know you think this is too good to be true. I know you think you've been abandoned. You haven't. It is scary and sad for you to even think of trusting that somebody is going to be there for you and taking care of you and offering you a chance to heal. This is healing. Now, it may not be the 3D that you want it to be, but it is real. It is there. And to start there and to start with letting it in is to start the current of the 3D coming to you. Harmony. Disharmony occurs when we try to resist life's natural flow. Everything has its cycles. Every stage of life has its own unique meaning and purpose. Every day can be harmonious if we want it to be. So you've been choosing disharmony, haven't you? That's why all the spirit cards are in reverse. This sense of defying spirit in order to get spirit to care. Defining spirit in order to get spirit to be there for you. Maybe even intentionally acting out in order for you to be cared about, in order for you to have somebody pay attention to you and care about you enough to provide structure for you instead of you always having to do it on your own. Oh. Hold on. Okay, Aries, thank you for your patience. I am in Colorado, so right now I'm in Boulder, so still on my journey across the country. Just so that you know, I appreciate your patience when I have to stall the video or when it gets wonky. I appreciate it because I'm on the road and it's not my normal setup. And this is another healing. So you have healing angel, and then you have healing. I, the angel of healing, am with you right now. Feel my presence and my unwavering love for you. I have loved you before the dawn of time, and I will love you for all eternity. Wow. You really need to feel loved, don't you? You really need to feel protected. And you are raging against the powers that be because you're disappointed and saddened by the way that they've always let you down. This could be a mother, this could be a father, this could be God itself. This could be anybody that you have felt should have loved you better and should have been there for you more. And now you're raging against them. You're rejecting them completely, or rejecting their capability completely for your own protection's sake, and also to get their attention and make them fight back or fight for you. Angels are saying, but they are here for you. That this disappointment that you have felt is noted. It's saddened them, and that they want to be here for you. And it may not be 3D. It may not be tangible the way you want it, but if you believe in it, and remember, just start on that first step to open yourself up, you will start conducting it and finding that kind of love and support in the 3D. It will start to come to you. Creative potential. You are by nature infinitely creative. Life is a sea of creative potential just waiting to be expressed through you. You are free. You are free. You don't feel free. You feel like, I've never been free. Nope, I can feel the resistance. I've never been free. You are free to express all your heart's desires through your creativity. Get back to those creative processes. They were put in you. You were empowered with them for a reason. Archangel Michael, the path is now clear. I have removed all obstacles in your way. You can move forward now with ease and confidence. You will achieve what your heart desires. The obstacles were removed from your way. And that's the problem, isn't it? That you hate spirit because they removed obstacles from your way, but you made things obstacles that you loved. And so spirit removed them from your path, and now you think they did something to intentionally hurt you. No. If you make something you love an obstacle or a reason for not living your life's purpose, and spirit removes it from the past, they only see it as an obstacle. They don't realize, well, that was something that you love, and Aries is really, you're really hurt. No, all they see it as is they're removing something that you love. They're removing an obstacle. If you make something don't ever make something you love a reason for you not achieving what you psychically and intuitively know is your soul purpose. Because they will get rid of it. And they don't see it as your dream job or even your child. They see it as, well, this is an obstacle to them fulfilling their life purpose. I got to get rid of it. Don't ever make something you love an excuse. And I think that that's the rub here. That's why you feel stolen from. That's why you feel something was taken from you. But in reality, you made something an obstacle. You made something you loved an obstacle from what your destiny is. You can't do that. You can't make something you love an excuse. Archangel Michael. In other words, they took it out of your way and they're wondering, well, why aren't you getting on the path? Because you're so emotionally scarred and hurt by what happened to you. That's why. And you're angry and screaming, and they don't know why you're angry and screaming. This is why. They do love you. They want you to fulfill your whole purpose. Kindness. A kind gesture rekindles your belief in the power of love. Remember to be kind to yourself. Really, when you're mad at spirit, you're mad at yourself. And I think that you're going to be reminded really soon. In other words, somebody is going to be there to help you. And somebody is going to be there to remind you of your full potential and help you remember who you are. Trust in them. Courage. You have what it takes. Just do it. Interestingly enough, Pisces got the Just Do It angel message card. Once again, you might want to just check out part of their video. We, your angels, are here to support you. Let's go into the tarot card reading. I want to see what they have to say. The link is below, guys. I'll see you over there.